I'll do that right now. But while I wait for the camera to turn on, how you guys doing? I'm here. Gonna be playing some columns just because I'm bored and don't know what to do with my life. I never do. Whenever I don't know what to do with my life, I just go, oh yeah. Where it's like, what was I gonna say? Cool. What was it called? Yeah. So yeah. Whenever I don't know what to do, I just go live. So, which I feel like is a cool thing, but I don't know. It's because I don't want to go into the world. So that's my thing. Anyway, columns. Don't love the game. Don't think the game's awful, but don't love the game. It's not bad, but it's just one of those games also where it's like, sure, cool. So, you know. It's a good game. It's just the problem with puzzle games to me is I like puzzle games are probably up there, probably like second favorite genre of games. The problem is that they always like I always like get bored of them. You know, I'm like, okay, I'm done. Thank you. That was it. Thanks. Goodbye. Like Tetris is and Kickle Cubicle and I think that's what it's called. It's Soboco or something that Sudobuco, whatever that one was where you move the boxes and like the other one called Clue Land? No, the other one. Solomon's Keys. So yeah. With the pony, more child, money, overreacting. And love is beautiful, and I don't know what to do with my time anymore. Here's the thing, yeah, I don't know. That's the thing about it, so. Ah! I hate how it does this to me. Yeah, cool. I'm walking here in the moonlit night. Ow. Use the camera, you can. Move the camera out of the freaking way. Oh, it's because I'm higher now slightly. Do I not need this anymore then? I mean, oh no, I need a little bit. Tiny little bit. Oh no, that works. Cool, let's go like that. There you go. Yeah, so. I didn't turn my camera back on. Should be droid cam, where is it? Okay. Bam, hello people. I'm here, hello. So yeah. What they're gonna say. Yeah. You know what's for fun? You know what's fun and underrated? I feel like. Because I feel like bowling is always that thing that, like, it's a birthday party, or it's like, oh, I never get good at it. But, like, some people are amazing. You watch bowling, just watch bowling, right? And watching bowling is, like, one of the craziest. I know the shakiness. I don't know how to fix that shaking problem. It must be my, control, why so? Oh my god. This is insane. This is way too fast. I have to start. How do you start over? I'm gonna reset. Let's see if I can reset. Because it's under my table right now, so I want to see where's the button. To reset. Because there you go. Go all the way this way. Go down and then hit the reset button. There, reset. There you go. Sega. And there's no sound because. Oh, sorry. Let's kill the sound right now. There. There's no sound because the sound just, like, is bad. And there's something about capacitors and the thing with sound like noise, whatever, noise problems. So. There's noise problems, that's all I know. One player. No novice. 0, and we'll go. So yeah, because something about like capacitors are bad in the power supply, so that's why there's no sound. Sorry. Also, so yeah, I don't hate the game. Just to me, I get kind of bored of these games. I'm just here because it's kind of like a mind. Just don't even bother with it, forget about it, kind of thing. Where I can just kind of like zone out and then talk about things. Cause like. Yeah, so I don't know. Look, Oh, where's the chat? So yeah, there's nobody here, or nobody's gonna be here. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think so. No, I don't think so. Anyway, so what are they gonna say? That was dumb. That's what I wanted, but okay. So yeah, I don't know what to talk about. Maybe like, okay, you know what's interesting? Yeah. So yeah. I'm still trying that stupid 360 virtual tour. I got the first virtual tour working fine. And then I tried to make another virtual tour to see if I knew what I was doing, and I'm hitting even more problems. And I'm like, oh my god. And people are saying stuff like, dude, learn how it works. Learn why it doesn't do this. Learn why it doesn't do that. And I think I might know why it's not working for one thing. For certain things. Like I figured out another reason why things weren't working. But there's another thing where it's like, you know, we're falling too flat. There you go. No! Well. Anyway. Yeah. So, it's annoying. And then somebody was like, why are you using this? This is stupid. And then someone came back with like, because one user who got banned, apparently. So I was like, whoa, that's impressive. Not impressive, but like, that's like, what did he do? He was just saying. Anyway, the point is like, he was trying to say like, oh, use something else. And somebody else said, no, that's a stupid argument because it's one of the best things to use for 360 virtual tours. It really is. And I'm like, yeah, probably, yeah. I'm like, why you say that? He's like, well, it's got this, got this, got this, got this. It's absolutely insane how good it is. I'm like, yeah, fair enough. And he gave an example, and I was like, oh, wow. Yeah. Anyway. Because they're like, oh, use one of these places. I'm like, yeah, they're not free. That's the thing. I was telling my friend, and he's just like, well, I mean, yeah, it's going to be a lot harder to set this up. And he was just like, yeah. And I was like, yeah, it is, but it's kind of annoying, but... Because I told him I'm definitely doing this the hard way. And he's like, well, yeah, you are. It's going to be so much harder to set it up. Which is fair. It is. It will be. But that's the caveats. That's the downside to it. Like, well, you have to pay for... You either have to pay for something, which I might have to look into, like, who's got the best, like, virtual tour software that I pay for. Because that's the other problem. I'm never going to use this to, like, dang it, should have done that. Oh, well. No. Dang it, oh, well. You know what I mean? Who's the best virtual tour software? And I think I kind of came to the conclusion of what I would do, but... what I would use, but, like, definitely not a... Whew. No yellow, okay. Dang it. Yellow there, dang it, use yellow. No yellow there, so... well, that's yellow. What's a yellow? Okay, no, enough yellow, I guess. Oh, okay, now we're getting to the point where it's like, whoa. I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, cool. No, we'll just hit itself. There you go, now it's not... what? There you go. What? I'm actually... oh! I thought it was done for. Well, that works. Not what I wanted to do, but that works. So, yeah. And, like, I'm not saying the guy's wrong. Probably is better ways of doing this. Or not better ways of doing this, but just, like, cheaper and, like, just easier ways of doing this. You have the easy way you gotta pay for, or isn't gonna give you as much, like, freedom to... as in, like, it doesn't allow you to do as much. So because of... wow, damn it. Didn't want... oh, I shouldn't have done that. I should have... yeah. Because it doesn't give you enough to, like... things, like... allow you to do as much. It makes it... out to be... well... That was not what I wanted to do. There. 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 Nice. So, I don't know. That's just what I feel like. It's like, it's free. Because, like, how do you do this? I want to do this as a thing. I want to make it into a thing. I want to actually do this with, like, an actual... I do. I would love to. Dang it. Dang it. There you go. Nice. Ooh. Yellow? No yellow. Dang, should have done that. That's fine enough for me. Nice. So what was I saying? Yeah, so. Okay, there. Ooh, yeah. There we go. Boom. So yeah. Oh, no, that works. Oh, that works. Every time I think I'm dead, I'm like, oh, I've got another that I can do. There you go. So yeah. Nice. Orange. Ooh. Well, that actually works. Oh, no, that works. Yeah. Bowling's underrated, you know, I think. Bowling's underrated. Has something to do. Bowling's underrated. And then from what I've heard, and I've done them once, and it was really fun, but... Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Thank you. But yeah, I can see where it can get overrated. It can get kind of boring. Oh, no, I should... no, dang it. Well, that wouldn't work. Escape rooms, I've heard, are like... Also, the thing with the problem with escape rooms is you have to have the right people with escape rooms. Otherwise, you just end up with, like, people just complaining to each other, like arguing with each other. That's not, well... Dang it. You know, you just have people arguing with each other, and it just becomes, like, this clunky mess. Wow. Ah, crud. Wow, there you go. Nice. Oh, wow. Yep. Yep. I'm going really fast right now. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Yep. Yep. I only did that, though. Dang. Okay, cool. What am I gonna do? Okay. So, yeah. That's what I've heard. Because my brother was doing a, That was stupid. Whoa! But that doesn't let me... Nice. Every time I think I'm done. Pull another... There you go. Nice. There you go. Oh, dang it. Whoa. That works. So, yeah. Well, yeah. I can see why... Also, I can see why it comes overrated. Because they're like, okay, you've done this thing... What? How many times? Like... Although fun, escape rooms are fun, it's just... It's... No! Wow. I'm not doing well at all now. I'm going way too fast now. Oh, wow. Dang it! Oh, it's not bad. Well, that's not what I wanted. No! Nah, I'm not gonna lose. Oh, that's not bad. There you go. Why is it slowing down now? I feel like it's... Oh, no. Whoa! Nice, there you go. Yeah. I'm just thinking about something and how, like, I'm a stupid person for not associating with somebody. Or not associating, not, like, talking to someone. Because, here you go. Here's the thing, right? No, I should have done that. Yeah. But. No, because it's like, it's not even that, like, bad, because I don't really care, and I didn't really get to know the person, so it's not like I have, like, I felt like, but I just feel like a weird, like, not conviction, but like a weird, like, God dang, no. Right? Just a weird, like, I wanted to talk to this person, but I didn't have the courage to talk to this girl, and now this girl's, like, gone. Now, it's not, that way. Like, I didn't want to get with this girl at all. I did not care. I just wanted to, like, talk to her, just say, because you look like a decent human being. And I was just like, okay, yeah, sure. But now it's just, like, I'm at the point where it's like, she wasn't there last, what do you call it? Young adults rally, whatever we want to call it. I think that's what we call it. I think we all people associate being that. Okay, cool. No! Oh, cool. I'm just doing really bad. There you go. Well, I haven't died yet, so... Oh, nice. Nice. So what was I gonna say? Nice. Nice! She wasn't there, so now I'm afraid. Have I just, like, missed my opportunity forever? As in, like, I don't know her name. I don't know where she is. I don't know where she lives. I don't know what church she goes to. I don't know where to ever see this woman ever again. So it's like one of those, like... Did I screw myself over? I did, probably. Knowing me, I did it in such a way that I'm never gonna see this person again, and I'm... That works. Oh, no, no, no! That works. Nice. What? Oh, that works. Ooh! Wow, I think I'm gone. Oh my god, this is incredibly fast. Holy schmoly. Oh, wow. No! Yeah, that works. There it works. Nope. God dang it. Oh my god, this is incredible. Holy crow. I need to get orange. No, give me orange, thank you. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's all orange. Oh, yeah, that works. Oh, yeah, no, yeah, that works. Okay, great. Do that. Yeah, there you go. Nice. That's okay. Wow. No. So yeah, I'm just afraid that, like, let's see what he says. No, I'm just afraid that I've, like, screwed myself up, never to see this woman again. Which is like, that's happened before, where I don't know who this person is and I wanted to, like, has it happened before? Or has it just been like I never got, like, someone's contact number that I liked or met or something? Maybe with that, like, a camp thing. That could have been it. Oh, okay. Oh my god, that's incredible. This is all insane. Holy moly. I'm still going? How am I still going? There you go. I'm not gonna... Ah. There you go. Yeah, that works. No! So yeah. It's this other problem that I had too recently, which is like, oh no, I'm dead. What did I get? Oh, 1521114. 116, sorry. A. So yeah. Wait, let me take a picture of that because I'm gonna want to remember that score. No, I don't know. I just feel like level 18. I feel like that's like good. I don't know. I wouldn't know if that's good or bad, to be honest. Maybe good, maybe bad. I don't know. The other thing that's annoying about Apple about no. Oh well, it's recorded, so. Oh well. Are these scores? No. Easiest. Ah, there you go. So yeah. I don't know why I'm playing this again. I really don't want to. I really don't want to. I wish people were here, but no one's here, so. Anyway, what was I going to say? Yeah, I just hope that's not a thing. And am I going to really, like... Get the courage to talk to this person? I don't know, because I don't get the courage to talk to people I actually do know. With any kind of, like, relevancy. So, yeah, that's a stupid word to say, but any kind of, like... I know them even remotely. So it's, like, weird. My way is just weird. And then I complain that nobody talks to me. Nobody talks to me. Well, you don't talk to anybody else. Like, I don't talk to anybody else. So why am I complaining? Why would I be complaining? God dang it. Right? Why should I be complaining? It's like I said to my friend. I was talking to my friend and he was just like... He's like... I said something to the effect of, maybe I should just, you know, stop complaining just to complain. And he's just like, yeah. Maybe we should just shut up at this point. Because if you're not going to do anything about it, stop complaining. Or have any kind of solution, stop complaining. Like, even if you're not going to do anything about it, right? You're not going to fix the problem. But you have a way to fix said problem. You know? Like, I have a way, you know? Even if I don't have a way, like, I'm not going to do it myself, but I might find a way to, you know, I have a solution to the problem. Not that they're going to ever, like, utilize my solution to the problem, but I'm just saying, like, even if I had one and I could, like, suggest them a solution to the problem. I don't. That's a problem. Because I do, but I don't. And then they're just going to give me, like... Well, because this is for a very specific problem, but yeah. But yes. Like, you know, it's like they don't have to utilize it. They're like, oh, no, we're fine now. Because I'd say, that's the problem that my dad has. He hates the whole, like, falling under, like, contentment with everything. Oh, son of a bimbo. I didn't want that. There, I wanted this. You know? He has this, like, contentment. Oh, there you go. No, I wanted it. Well. He hates when people go content. He also just hates when people just don't try hard enough. I'm like, Dad, you know who these people are. What are you talking about? Of course they're going to not do anything about it. Why would they do anything about it? Already fixed these things. He knows these people I'm talking about. He knows them, like, very well. And he knows, like, or at least the people leading it. Or at least to, like, one leader. And he's like, okay, look, dude, you know this person very well. He's not going to fix your problem at all. Like, he's not going to, you know, he's never going to come back to that. It's like, well, yeah, fair enough. And not that he's never, but he's seriously just like, no, I'm sorry. You know that there's a very slim chance he's going to actually do anything. It's like, well, yeah. You know? You know? So anyway. But, like, my dad hates that part where it's contentment. Where it's like, there may be, not problems, but if nobody complains about something, they think it's fine. But and the other thing is, the guy's got a suggestion box, right? You would think that anonymously you'd want more more things to, you'd be more comfortable complaining about something or saying something. No, the other problem is it's fine, and nobody. It's like I have another friend who said because we drive him sometimes to, because he doesn't live here anymore, but he sometimes visits his parents who are here, near me, and so, ooh, wow, and so sometimes we'll pick him up from his parents' house. Anyway, he made the same point, or he made a point where it was like, not the same point. He made a point where it was like, yeah, well, if you're the only one complaining, I mean, it's like every time it sounds like you complain a little bit about these kind of things. It's like nobody else complains. It's not a big deal. And my dad has attitude like, well, no, just because they don't complain doesn't mean there's not a problem. They don't like it. They're just accepting. They're just doing that accepting of like, well, They're just accepting like, well, this is what it is. What am I supposed to do about it? Like, and they don't feel like they can make a complaint. You know, they don't feel like they can make a complaint, right? They don't. They don't feel like they can make a complaint, which is valid, I guess. Which it's a fine way to think about it, because that's the other thing. Because I'm gonna turn this off because it's boring. But right? Like, they don't feel like they can complain enough because there's not that much of a problem either. That's the other thing. Like, the complaints that I make about certain things, yes, some of them are legitimate, like, concerns and complaints and things that, like, but then other ones are like, and the other ones are just kind of like, well, there you go, sorry. Well, there's not big enough of complaints. It's just like a superficial whatever to complain about. Like, you're complaining about it because you want it easier and nicer. Like me, like I want it easier and nicer. Things like that. So, like, or my mom, actually. Sorry, my mom. And then these people will come up to me like, yeah, well, there is a solution to this problem. And they'll give me the solution that I don't like. And I'll be like, yeah, I know what you mean. You could fix this problem, or you could tackle this problem. You could be the guy who, tries to make it better. And I'm like, yeah, I know, but I just don't, yeah, I understand what you're saying. I just don't like it. I don't like your answer, though. But yeah, that's the problem. So, and that's the problem with complaining, too. That's the problem with complaining in general. We just, as humans, love to complain about other people's problems, and then not either not deal with our own, or not find solutions, or if you have a solution, not necessarily sometimes say what it is, unless like asked or like whatever. Oh, that's a problem. And because we like to gossip, or we like to just make it like a thing, just like to talk about and complain like, just about a problem here. You got a better solution? It's like, well, no, but it's not my job to find a better solution. Well, sometimes, okay, I'm not saying it's always like this, but sometimes when it's physically impossible, when it's actually impossible to fix that problem, or it's hard to do that, it'll take a while, it'll take money, it'll take effort, time, money, and effort, manpower, all that kind of stuff. Stop complaining, right? It's, you want to help? No. Well, then stop complaining. Or stop saying it's so terrible. And especially in the Christian circles. Again, I said to my friend, it was something about a church that isn't great and does things that I don't like, right? And I was like, they're not spewing heresy or blasphemy or heresy, so is it really that bad? And it's like, no, but it could lead to that. And it's like, well, it could, but he didn't say that. I thought that, like, it could lead to heresy, but like, or leading to the wrong thinking in life, But I don't know, like, it's not directly blasphemy or heresy. It's just bad, not bad teaching like it's teaching wrong, but bad in like that's like mediocre teaching. And it's like, that's a problem. That's the problem with it. That's the problem with it. It's just kind of like mediocre teaching and like. But the problem is my church that I go to right now, the Also, even the previous church that I went to, which I'm still going to, their young adults, they also fall in the same category of like, I was going to say, like, the smartest person, theology-wise, like the person who knows the most theology, it's not even great. Well, I don't know. Anyway, knows most theology is the pastor. And so you fall in this like category of, oh, pastor is really smart. Look at the pastor. Oh, he's so well versed in his theology, and he knows his like stuff, and he's got like the spirit and all that kind of stuff. It's like, yeah, but you know that for a fact. You know it's great, because Paul says test the spirit, test the churches you go to, test them, make sure they're good churches. You know, make sure they have these characteristics, right? Or test the teaching. Sorry, test the teaching. So are they with spirit? You know, if they are, then good. If they're not, then, you know. But then it doesn't really say test. He says test. Or is it Paul, or is it isn't James when you talk about that? Anyway, like test the teaching that you're doing. Test the teaching you're having. Test the teaching. You know, test the teaching, right? It's like, yeah, okay, sure. In my opinion. Yeah. So I don't know. Yeah, but the problem is, even I don't even know, like, the theology is right or wrong. Also, it's like, you hear it, and it's like, well, okay, that doesn't sound like theology's wrong, but you're not bringing up things that make no sense and have nothing to do with anything, and stop bringing them up. Anyway, I don't know. Again, shouldn't complain just to complain. If it's wrong, leave. But he's got a really weird attitude, my pastor. Anyway, I'm not going to go into, bashing my pastor. He's not that bad of a man. That's the other thing. He's not that bad a person. He, like, is knowledgeable in his stuff. And I don't know, I can see he has a spirit. Just, well, I don't know, because there's been incidences, so. There's been incidents where it's like, I don't know, man. Where I'm just like, why do I even go to the church? Because that's the thing. I don't know if I've ever said it here, but I've never felt connected to that church super much. Not that church is terrible. Again, they're not doing blasphemy or heresy, but I've never felt, like, super connected to that church. No, never. Oh wait, that's the wrong thing. That's wrong. Okay. It's actually not this plug. It is this plug. Yeah. So where's that plug? It's different. Whoa. No. So. Yeah. So. I'm not saying they're bad. It's just I never like felt connected to it. There's nothing wrong with it per se, but I just never felt super connected to that church. Not really. No, I never did. Oh, it's like backwards. Why? Oh, because I switched it over. Yeah, okay. Anyway, I don't know why I even have this on. Don't look at my desk. It's pretty bad. But yeah. So yeah. And the theology isn't wrong, so what am I supposed to complain about, right? What am I to complain about, right? I'm not saying they're great people, but I never connected with them. Or they're awful people. They're just not connected. I just never connected with them like I felt like I belonged in there. Although the last church I didn't really feel that either. I just kind of like went along with whatever everybody else was doing. So, hey, my parents were going to that church. Okay, sure. Not that church is bad. I like that church a lot because, well, it did a lot of things well. It did some things well. It had very big problems, but it did some things really well. Like, it was very good at bringing people to Jesus, keeping them in Jesus, and growing in their faith. Not so much. I always have a very base level, whatever. But it was very good at bringing people to Jesus. I have to say, to be honest, that was one thing that it did very well, which is, bringing people to Jesus. Having a way to bring people to, it's like, that's the thing. I might have said this already before. My current church has a very not terrible job, but just a lame, not so great job of bringing people to Jesus, because their problem is they have too many, like, it's all Bible studies, or it's Bible studies, or it's whatever, like, courses for, like, alpha, whether it's alpha or a marriage course they're doing now, or like, what's the other one? Like, emotionally healthy spirituality and emotionally healthy relationships and whatever, all that stuff. Where it's just like, No, you can't have everything shove Jesus down their throat. I know I've said this before. I'm pretty sure I've said this before. Where the pastor of my previous church, when I still attend their young adults, he came like because before, because here I have to tell you a story. Current person was leaving. The current leader of the current leader of young adults was leaving because she was going back to school, and the pastor was going to come and take his place. I didn't know that at the time, but I figured. Well, I didn't know it at the time, but and so he came like and she was off in. Was that the one where she was in Spain, or was that the time she was in Israel? Anyway, she went off. So it wasn't in a country. She was gone for vacation or wherever she went for vacation or not. Because one was vacation and one was like a. I don't even know how to explain it. It's like an Israeli. I don't even know. Don't ask me. Actually, I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna just guess. Anyway, and so, excuse me. So he came and his whole thing was like, well, why do you think there aren't a lot of, more people coming to churches, right? Coming to young adults events, and we came up with like kind of dumb things, like dumb reasons. I thought some pretty bad reasons, but dumb reasons. And then it was just like, and I asked the question, okay? I was like, okay, so would you have like nights of 2 hours, hour and a half, 2 hours of just Jesus, of just talking with yourself? And he's like, no, not primarily, no. I would have, because he wanted a way to bring people to Jesus without Jesus. And I'm like, yeah, good job. But has he done that since? He's been doing this since September or like late August of 2022. That's a year, okay? 22, 2023. So that's a year, okay? Or it's a year and a half, okay? Almost a year and a half. That's a year and like a quarter. Well, anyway, that's whatever. Over a year. All we've done is Jesus stuff. Where did your whole idea? I said that to my friends. Like, where did this whole idea of this, like, we're going to have a thing that's outside of that? I mean, okay, that's what this like, dinner that they're having is supposed to be. I'm not saying this dinner is crap and a stupid idea and, like, absolutely stupid. But like, come on, man. This dinner is not the, like, I don't know. It's not really the answer to your problem. Because it's not bringing young adults, as far as I can see. And that's the thing. And if it is bringing young adults, it's not bringing, like, a big amount of young adults who aren't Christians. Yeah, you're bringing young adults who are from other churches. That's the other thing, okay? That's another thing. Whenever a church... I've said this to my current leader, the current leader, or one of the current leaders of my current young adults. I'm like... Because we're talking about something about the effect of, like, churches whenever they make a new church, right? And around here, when you make a new church, like, no offense, but... You bring nobody. You're doing a terrible job of bringing people because what happens is. Okay, sorry. It's like, like, you ever done a bad job of bringing new people in? They just like wait and see what people can bring. Because of course you have to start with like whatever you have, right? Your church has to start with the people you already have. Like, that already exists, right? So you bring whatever you're doing from your place or people you know or... Who? I'm sorry. Who? Oh. Okay. Oh, yeah. Anyway. Sorry. Let's look at something. Sorry. Anyway. And so, for me at least, I think I said something like, yeah, every time you make a new church, all that happens, okay, is that you bring other people from other churches to create a new church, and they leave that church and create a new church because either they just think it's a good place to go, closer to where they live, or they're having slight problems with their church and like, oh, good opportunity to leave and try a new thing. It's like, but just because you're making new churches doesn't mean you're actually, just because you're making new churches doesn't mean you're actually making new Christians, I'm not saying not. And I'm not saying there's nobody. No, 0 people. 0 people, completely 0. How do I join? Oh, there. No, there's enough, but like, is the... I'm sorry, but is the number of people that you're making versus the number of people that are just coming from other churches, is it outweighing, like, is the number of people, because the number of people, new people you're making should be outweighing the number of people that are just people from other churches, previous churches. So, but if it's not, I don't know. Somebody made the point, because we were talking about how, like, what's the dream for the church, and this is my previous church, because we do this like thing. We go into the sanctuary and then we like talk about a topic or something, or we talk about what we're talking about on Sunday, and like there's a bunch of questions. But this time it was just like, well, what do you think? What are the dreams for the church? And one person said, bring more people in the church, bring more outsider people. It's like, yeah, it's good. How do you do that? He didn't really say, and he probably doesn't even really know. Let's be honest here. But that guy doesn't know exactly how. But I'm sure he knew somewhat. Anyway, I'm sure he had an idea. But anyway, or he's not. Anyway, trying. Anyway, but like, I don't know. I'm not complaining. He's not to bring in nobody, but like. The person who sent you this wants to remind you that Jesus. Yeah. Sure. Don't stop praying because you don't see results right away. You're working in God's timing, so trust Him and be patient. Read this again. Yeah, sure. That's I thought it was for a second there. Whoa, because I'm just reading off on Instagram. I just read something right there, and I went, "Whoa, that Kathy Griffith." No, some random my chat, many chat. Sorry. These people who say stuff like, I made $1,000 overnight. It's like, no, you didn't. If you did, is it a good way of doing that? I don't know.
Why does a man with no legs of an arm do more in life than guys with all their legs and all their arms? I have a different set of psychology and a different set of beliefs. Oftentimes we think it's a strategy game, but in reality, the most successful people just have a specific belief system. They have psychology. You know how to lose weight. Why don't you lose weight? It's not the tactics that gets in the way. You already know what to do. Most people have all their arms and all their legs.
Yeah, okay.
Handicapped and crippled by their upbringing. Most of our beliefs were cultivated between 0 and 7 years old or 0 and 10 years old because your brain was in theta state. It's very suggestible. You popped out and your parents, whoever, said dog, and you said dog. They said cat, you said cat, and then they came over here and said you can't afford that. You're like, I can't afford that. If you were born into a family where your mom and dad built their own companies, you wouldn't think twice about building your own company.
Yeah, fair.
It's not a book. Bible 66 books, 40 different people wrote it. Over 1,500 years, there's never been a book like that in history.
Yeah.
Does that make it the Word of God? No. It just means it's worth considering. How about history? For hundreds of years, archaeology has used the Old Testament and New to find buildings, to find people, to find civilizations, to find kings that didn't exist or they didn't think they did. And suddenly the Bible said they're there, and they dug it up, and there it was. Does that make it the Word of God? No. It means it's historically accurate. Real people really existed and really wrote down what they saw.
Yeah, that's the thing, KK. That's the thing. That's one thing I have to say. This guy brought up the point of, like, just because they could find the people in the Bible doesn't mean that they're actual, like, historical people. Because, like, doesn't mean it's the Word of God and, like, it's God and it's all that stuff, right? Because I thought that one time. I'm like, my problem, and I don't have a problem with Christianity. I believe it. I have a faith, right? I believe. I have a strong enough faith, I think. But every so often, like everybody else, I kind of fall into that, like, this real kind of thing. I think everybody kind of falls into that every so often. Like, wait a sec. That sounds a little kooky. Anyway, my point is, I was thinking one time, like, why? Just explain to me why. Or, like, how to convince someone. Because convincing someone that it happened isn't even that hard anymore. You can find the evidence. Here's a study. Here's an archaeological dig. Here's the proof that this guy was alive. You even got the proof Jesus was a real man, right? Very strong evidence Jesus was a real man, right? It's that he was a son of God, and that he rose from the dead. That's the part that are hard for everyone to believe. And not just that. What? That's something that's hard to believe. No, I'm not saying. Yeah, because that's the thing. So when someone like fully believes, that's when you kind of go, "Well, there's God. That's God working in them." Because like, think about it, right? As any human being who just like, also not the thing where it's grown up in it, where you just like believe it inherently, right? You believe it inherently just because I just believe it, not inherently. I don't know if that's the right word, but like just believe it because you've just been told that so much. Not that you also can't be a Christian through that, but I'm just saying like, and a good Christian and a great Christian. But I'm just saying like, if you just come into you're not growing up with it, so and you come into it hearing this, you're like, this stuff sounds like kooky stuff. Like, yeah, of course it sounds like kooky stuff. What are you talking about? What do you think, right? Right? So I don't know. Just my opinion. That's the thing. I'm not saying they're bad people or like whatever. It's just like, oh sorry, no, sorry. I'm not saying it's like not that bad people. That's I don't know what I'm saying there. I'm saying I was talking about because I just thought like I lost what I was saying. But yeah. So that's how you convince people. It's like not that. It's convincing people that all that. So because it's like, well, that's not. I don't know. Anyway, I realized. Okay, you see this pen, this pencil. This pencil is a VAT 19 pencil, and I realized VAT 19 is just some like random marketplace for random like products that they just want to sell on their website. So they give like a cut of to whoever makes it, a cut to whoever makes it, and that's it. They sell on their marketplace, and they take a cut. I thought it was some like great place that was creating their own products, and it was so amazing and fantastic. And, like I learned how it actually worked, or like yeah, it's like oh that's how that works. I'm like oh okay. Not that it's a terrible place, but once I learned oh it's on Amazon also. Oh wait, but I thought it only it was oh oh. I'm not saying right that it's good or that's a good bad. It's a good or bad. There's nothing wrong with that. Just I was just like kind of blown away. I was like, wow, that's how that works. Oh, and it kind of like had this also. I like, oh, that makes sense. As in like, oh,
It's worth considering. And then they said, we're going to have God show up, and lots of people said that. Lots of religions say it. Don't worry, we'll prove it as a rational God would do. I will do prophecies. I will show that I'm not trapped in linear time, that I can see beyond where you are. I will give prophecies to tell you what the guy, when I show up and God appears on earth to reveal himself, I'll show you what he's going to look like. Over 300 prophecies. And then a man showed up one day named Jesus. And he fulfilled all 300 prophecies.
did he? Okay.
That's impossible. People would say, well, yes, they just wrote it afterwards and filled it all in. But we know that the first Greek translation of the Old Testament was done 250 years before Jesus was born. So how could they possibly know that he'd be born in Bethlehem? How could they possibly know he was going to be crucified when crucifixions didn't even exist as a capital punishment yet? How could they know that he'd be betrayed for 30 pieces of silver 250 years before there was a Jesus? Does it make it the word of God? No, but it's starting to get close.
Yeah. Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah. So.
They don't want anybody living out in the woods. Anybody that's got a couple of acres of land, his own water supply, he can grow his own food, and that kind of thing. Have some sheep or some chickens. These people are a threat to the collective society because they're
Get out of here. So yeah, that's yeah. So I don't know. That's just my opinion on the matter. It's like, well, that's how you. That's just why I don't think that's the best way to convince someone is just, hey, Jesus loves you. Blah blah blah. Yeah, it's like, because that's my thinking too. My thinking of the whole thing. Yeah. My whole thing is, you're not gonna convince people with like the way things you believe, right? But isn't that crazy? Isn't that like a magical thing about Jesus? Isn't Jesus amazing? Isn't Jesus die for you? It's like, no, I don't care. You can't do that to me. You cannot convince that with me. So, in my opinion, you hand the gospel to someone and you say, there you go. It depends on the state that they're in also. Like what, like if they're open to it, if they're willing to see if they, if they've been searching and now it's like, oh, that changed my perspective on this, and I'm gonna, whatever, right? Or if they're just kind of people where it's like, no, what are you telling me this for? Fine. Or they're kind of open to it, but they're not necessarily. You can tell they're not necessarily gonna like convert right on the spot. It's like, well, that's not the point of evangelism, in my opinion. The point of evangelism is to give them the gospel and then just like hand it over and say. Cause I think it says somewhere, I don't remember where, but it says somewhere in the Bible where it's like we're actually not capable of converting anybody, like at all. So, as far as what that says, right? We're not capable of like, and as far as like changing their hearts, no, not at all. We can show them the gospel, and because we showed them the gospel, they read something or they heard something, or they felt God, and God went, "Here's the time now. Here you go. Bam, done." I remember having this not argument, but like one of the nights at Young Adults, I brought up the point because we're talking about like predestination, and so it's Calvinism versus Arminianism, and it's like, whoa. So I said something to the effect of like, well, if it's all predestined anyway, and he's going to come to us anyway, whatever person's going to do whatever we do anyway, right? Whatever, it's going to happen anyway. Like, they're going to become a Christian anyway. Should we not bother with anybody in the world? Right? Well, if it's predestined that, like, let's say, but then again, you could argue, well, if it's predestined anyway, God will just make us do these things. Like, that's not how that works. He gives us free will. Even if we're Christian, because that's the thing. That's not what predestination means. As far as I know. What does it mean? I don't exactly know. But it kind of doesn't mean that God's just going to make you do something because, like, oh, you're predestined to do this thing. No, you're going to do it because God wants it done, but you're going to, like, not know, oh, God wants me to do this, so therefore, that's the predestined of, like, it will happen. I don't know, I think. Anyway, it's a part of theology I don't understand fully. So it's either that God has chosen everything to happen already, or we have free will. And, like, 100% free will, meaning God's not choosing anything. We just have the free will. The free will as far as I understand, we just have free will and we choose everything, and so we have to do it right. So I have to, I don't know. So. Well, I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. I'm listening to Waveform podcast, which is Marquez's podcast. They're talking about how like music is how they're basically not letting UMD's United Music Group, UMD United Music, UMG. Sorry, I think it's UMG United Music Group or United Music Directory or something. Anyway, or Universal Music Directory or anyway, whatever it is. So it's taking down a bunch of songs. They're like one of the biggest record label, if I'm not mistaken. And so, like label or distributor, is it, or label? Anyway, and so, yeah, and then what's his name? Andrew? No, what's his name? Marquez, Andrew, and Adam. He's like, oh, now the place to go. Well, because TikTok's doing that problem, which is screwing over the artists, and so is UMG, so taking on all the music. Anyway, the place to go now is Instagram or YouTube Shorts. Instagram Reels or YouTube Shorts. I'm like, is it though? That's the thing. How did we get this far without somebody going? Also, they brought the point up. Look, okay, they brought the point up too, where artists are going to make used to be able to make like even from a one-hit wonder. Even from a one-hit wonder, they just like they could make like life-changing amounts of money and just live off of it if they wanted to, right? If they wanted to never do anything again, right? So it's really like, and now you make like nothing, minimum wage from big, like, it's so like weird. It is kind of strange because they brought up the whole point of like, well, they brought up the point of like, well, if you make a 10 million streams, right? You stream 10 million times. You're making what? Maybe $50,000. That's US. So you're making what? Like minimum wage? Like you're not making crazy money anymore. At least not this day and age. And so look at people like me. God, I just made new music that went up on Spotify today or yesterday. Anyway, man, was it just kind of like I made what 14 cents over what like about 8 months, something like that. 6, 7 months. I made 14 cents. It's incredible. I'm doing this like it's stupid now. But my problem now is if I stop paying for it, am I gonna lose? Is it gonna stop being on the thing, or is it just every subsequent like they're not gonna just automatically put all my music on there anymore? Like I don't know. So I'm afraid to get rid of it. Well, but you know. Look, in my opinion, music is weird this day and age. Every content creation is weird this day and age. It's the saturation of everything too, and it's also, I'm not surprised though because of the saturation of everybody making something, right? Whether it's art, music, movies, TV shows, books, podcasts, what else? Magazines. It doesn't matter. Blogs. It doesn't matter, right? Because of that, YouTube videos. They want ads on their website, whatever, right? The way you make money, right? And so because of this fact that there's so much of it, these companies are just like, we can't pay you. You can't pay every single person $10 million every time you get even remotely, like, go remotely viral or like, we just can't. We just can't. Because there'll be no more money on the earth. There's so many people. There'd be no more money on the earth, which is why they have like criteria and stuff like YouTube, where it's like, well, you have to have this many subscribers, you have to be this basically you have to be this popular. Yeah, you have to have enough people actually wanting or liking you, or like consuming your content. So, I'm I understand why they do it that way. Is it great? Not particularly, but because people, and that's the thing. Not everybody is doing a low effort, low budget thing. Some people are still doing really high end stuff. So like quality stuff, like some pretty like quality stuff. So yeah, some people are doing quality stuff. So that is just as good, if not better, than some of the other things that happen. It's like, wow, isn't that crazy? And then they're getting either nothing or a fraction or whatever. I don't know. Yeah, because they can't pay everybody like a PewDiePie, Markiplier, Mr. Beast. That dude is made. I don't know how. That guy makes oh my god, it's crazy how much money that guy makes. It's like mind blowing how much money that guy makes. It's absolutely insane. I'm like, but anyway. Let me see if there's a picture I can post on Instagram. I like my pictures. Well, pictures with good quotes. You got Instagram caption. So I don't know, pictures. What pictures would it be? I don't know. I'm just saying, like, yeah, it's fair enough. It was Bill Maher. I think it was Bill Barr, the comedian, who was on Joe Rogan one time, and he was like, my parents once called me up and said, hey, look, there's a movie you're in. I never even knew you did this movie. It's like, yeah, of course you didn't. So, because I think Joe Rogan, like, chimes in and goes, yeah. That's because they don't stop making movies. Nobody stops making movies. Movies just happen like, boom, 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 boom. Movies and TV shows that you would never even know exist are there. They just happen. There's a thing that, right? It's like, wow. And it is. It's like mind-blowing how, like, whoa. It is. It's kind of crazy. Huh? What is this picture? Oh, got it. I know what it is, I think. What? What is this? I know what it is, but why is it giving me unblur? There's a website called Unblur that I used before to like make something look nicer, like try to upscale. Why is it giving me a whole bunch of like preset things, like random, like stock photo looking things from their website? I don't know. I didn't ask for this. Maybe it just does it automatically. That's stupid. It's like when you download or when you open up the 360 Gear 360. Sometimes they'll just open the two or three default videos and download them to your device. I'm like, why? I don't want this. Stop it. Winter. I tried. No. So yeah. That's a pretty good picture. Anyway, yeah. So I don't know. In my opinion, it's just gotten harder to make content on the internet. Well, no, because there was like a sweet spot where anybody could start, get to a certain amount of way, and just become huge, and like make millions of dollars. And that was like what? I want to say like 2000 and like I want to say 2012 to like 2017, 18, right before, and then, and then for like maybe a year or two, it was kind of like harder and went down to like this thing and right. But then for whatever reason, in 2020 or whatever, it became this like, or like 2019, 2020, till like now-ish. You know how many people just popped off? I had never heard of them in my life. Right? Just ever. I never heard of them in my life, right? Ever. I've never heard of these people in my life. And they were like at 1 million subscribers in like months. I'm like, what? How? How do these people have this many? What? They're at like 1 million, or they're at 100,000, or they're at like a couple of millions, or 10 million, or something. Like, what? How? I don't. What? Blows my mind. And then I've been here for 15 years. Well, mind you, I've been making like crappy. Sorry. Like, although I know I've been making like mediocre, crappy videos, but this whole time. But I've been here for 15 years, I think, or like 2015. So 15 to 25, so it's not 10 years yet. It's 5, like 8. Yeah, 8. No, 9. It must be 9 years, because yeah, about 9 years. So it's like I'm not complaining because I know for a fact that I'm making like crappy content. You know, that why would somebody want to watch this again? But I'm just saying, what about the pictures who act? What about the people who actually have like have an actual? Oh, poetry, here you go. Nothing. Well then. You know, who are making real good stuff, or have been going on YouTube for like X amount of years, whatever, 10 plus 12, 15 years, right? And are still at this really low point. Like, not low point, but like, because it's like, it's what's his name? Pat Contry talks about how, oh, I don't even know if somebody's here. I should probably check that. Just so that I'm not talking to nobodies, you know? Or missing people. Sorry, not missing people. No, okay. What was I gonna say? Yeah, so Pat Contry talked about how like there's that weird section of like that weird like we live in, or like there are certain YouTubers who are like in the middle class, you know, where it's like we're never gonna pass this much money. Like we're not bad, right? You're not low, right? Less than I'm only at 200x, but whatever, you know. But so I'm not in that category. But like, you know, the people who are between like a couple of thousand, like 10,000 ish, and like between that and like 1 million, maybe. No, maybe like 750,000. So yeah, in that range where it's like, it's a lot. Like 100,000 is a lot, but trips. Oh yeah, okay. Oh yeah. I have that. That's the original one. That'd be cool. So yeah. What did I just talk about? Wow, I don't even remember. Don't. That was stupid of me. Don't. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. All video posts are now reels. That's a weird thing too. Because your account is private, only the followers will see this your reels. Yeah, sure. That's not the point. My point I'm making here is like. No, what was I gonna say? Anyway. Well, cause my thing is like, well, I was just saying like. Oh wow, that was before that was even a thing. Wow, I'm watching an old video, going to the botanical gardens, like the Montreal Botanical Gardens, right? And I'm like, wow. It's even before the light show. Wow, there was a light show in my town. It's before the light show. Isn't that crazy? That's like, whoa. That felt like it was like, that's been here forever. But I think it's right before. I think this was like either 2018 or 2019 maybe when it came out. Also, I posted that like a year and a half later or something. Oh, I can legitimately realize why people say like, oh, it took me this long to edit this. Like, what? Why don't you just do it once you get it, stupid? And it's like, no. Was this a vlog of the thing? Oh, my hat. My legitimately terrible hat. Like an actual terrible hat. It's just one of those obnoxious hats where it's like all plastered with stuff on it. Oh my god, you have to see it. Like, you know what? I won't post this. Why not? Post it on YouTube. Why not? Oh, is it too long? Well, I'm looking for like a cover photo. Why not? No, I want that to be the cover. I've never watched this video in forever. I have not watched this video in forever. Trim though. Can I go to like a certain part of it? No, I can't. Just go back to like maybe like here where I'm at the thing. Also, I pulled random music that has like that people have said to me like, "Wow, your music has nothing to do with anything," and it's like there's an incoherent mess. It's like I'd rather have one song that goes forever or like. God, I'm just pulling up a random. Yeah, this music is awful. Although it's not the worst, but. Go for another song, right? Also, stabilization is garbage. Let's see if people actually like it. It's supposed to be for from certain things, yeah. Certain things depending on where we are. Did I go back? Or is this after I took the video of going to the... No. That's fine enough for me. It's on a... Is it a Sony Handycam? No, it's on like a mini DV camcorder. Sure, why not? What are the advanced settings? Hide likes and views. No, I want it. Turn off comments. No, I want both those things. And this one? Visibility? Alt text describes your photos, for people with visual impairments. Oh no. Caption. Ooh, auto-generate captions. Let's see if I can do that. Let's try some of that auto-generation of captions. Cool. Now we're not going to tag anybody and we're going to share. I don't know why I have this. Or why I'm posting this, but why not? I just found it. I'm like, oh yeah, it's not a terrible thing. I put it on YouTube, so I'm okay with putting it on YouTube. Although they're not as close people on YouTube. YouTube is just open ecosystem. People can find me, I'm sure, but and watch me, but whatever. Anyway, reels are all the videos reels now? Remember when? Okay, remember when when Instagram was literally just a website to make photos, post photos. That was it, right? So that's that. Okay. Then they added 1 minute photos, or 6 second, I think, or something. Videos, sorry, videos. And then they decided, hey, it's not even 6 second videos. It's now you got a minute, and then that minute turned into like these weird things that were like reels, but not really because it wasn't really a reel. I don't even know how to explain it. But then, okay, then YouTube. Oh, sorry, YouTube. Then it had Instagram TV. Remember that? I remember that being a thing. I was like, I thought it was stupid because it didn't, because it's like too late. YouTube already like having this long form content on, and it wasn't even long form. It was maxed out to 15 minutes. And what people started doing was reposting like YouTube videos on it, kind of like how they repost like TikToks on YouTube Shorts. They reposted videos on like they're like YouTube videos on not TikTok. What do you call on Instagram TV? But the problem was, unless you were making vertical content, which now people do, all they were doing was taking horizontal content, regular 16:9 content, because they didn't have the feature to change that. Because now you can post a reel with that in either the original aspect ratio, 1:1, vertical, or 16:9. And like, maybe that's 9:16. I don't know the vertical. I don't know how to know. But anyway, but before at that time, it didn't have it when they came out with that. So what happened was a lot of things ended up being this like, your post like what happened was it ended up being this thing where you would crop just too much stuff out on the sides, and you'd be like, what? And it would affect some of the videos. Like I think National Geographic put out one that just cropped out something where it's important, and like half the thing was gone, or like parts of it were out, gone. You know, just whatever. And then Matthias was the first video person I saw to go. There was a vlog he made one time that was made vertically, and he's like, but it's kind of dumb because you have to like have a big huge camera on its side, and it's just kind of dumb. Now you can just make a video with your phone and post it there and whatever, or take a video and like, and now you can have it, 16:9 or whatever. So which is fine, but like, ugh. I just thought that was dumb, and now they've canned that because I didn't even notice how. I didn't even notice how it was gone. It's gone. Like, oh yeah, where did it was a whole separate app and everything. It allowed you to. It was weird. So.